What in the world, Bo? What's going on, man? It's your boy Big Low Country. I hope that everybody out there is doing great tonight. For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that love to sit around and talk about sports. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, and I definitely and greatly appreciate that. First of all, for everyone who's watching the show after we've gone live already, make sure that you put a what in the world, Bo, in the comments. I just want to know where we getting all the love from, for the people that didn't get a chance to catch us live. Also, if you're here watching the show after we've gone live already, I apologize. If you're here watching the show with us right now, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us. And I definitely and greatly appreciate that. So first of all, let me show love to everybody who's showing love to me. Um, let's see here. Old John Brooks said he's in here. Said he smashed that like, but I appreciate it, Bo. I appreciate it. Much love to you, man. Um, let's see here. Millie Mills, he's in here. He says, what in the world, Bo? What's going on, Millie Mills? Rockman. What's going on, Bo? How you doing tonight, fam? Brian Little, what in the world, Bo? Dexter Flash, what in the world, Bo? Tyler Russell, much love to your family. Justin, what's up, fellas? Look, man, we in here just chilling like a villain, chilling like a villain. So we got a few things that we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the whole, quarterback carousel soap opera deal that we've been dealing with, and hopefully it's finally over. We're also going to talk about Calais Campbell signing. I said, you know what? Me and Coach Ronald, we were talking about this, and I was like, hey, Coach, why don't we do a little bit of film study? It's not going to be, in depth like we used to back in the early days of Big Low Country whenever we first started off. But we are going to look at a little bit of Calais Campbell film and see what he's going to be bringing to the Atlanta. It sounds weird to say Calais Campbell. We're going to be looking at some Calais Campbell film and talk about what he's going to be bringing to the Atlanta Falcons. Charles B in here. What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? Coach Dre's in here. What's up, beloveds? How y'all, beloveds, doing and feeling on this hump night tonight, beloveds? Hello, what's going on, Bo? Coach Padres in here. What's going on, Coach? Look, we do need to make a special announcement. Whenever something happens in one of our family, with one of our coaches, the coaching staff, their family members, we do have to acknowledge something. Coach Padre tied the knot today. So shouts out to Coach Padre. Congratulations to you, Bo. And like I said in the chat earlier on the One Time for the Fan, shouts out to One Time for the Fan, Bodie, Jack Spade, Boo Man, all those boys over there. And like I said in One Time for the Fans chat, you make sure that you treat that girl right. Now, if you don't, it's gonna be me and you behind the woodshed. But I know I don't got to worry about that. Molly Miles in here. Molly Miles says my robe is open. See, come on, Molly Miles, don't be that guy, Bo. Winston, what's up to you, Winston? I hope you're doing good. The kids in here, rise up. Ricky Gaines, Coach Ghost Peppers, much love to you. Definitely, man, definitely. Coach Dre says, nothing much, just chilling, watch some basketball games, beloved. Hello. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, congrats, Coach Padre. Congrats. Stephon Mosley is in here. What in the world, Bo? What's going on, man? Much love to you, Bo. Much love to you. So let's go ahead and sit down and talk about it. All right. So the whole Lamar, I thought this was done. I legit thought this was done, guys. And yet here we are, what, about a month away from the draft, less than a month away. Here we are, earlier this week, it was announced. Lamar Jackson came out and said, hey, I requested the trade on March 2nd. Oh, my goodness. All the media and news outlets are going crazy. Oh, the Falcons are favorites to get Lamar Jackson. Look, as I do this show, I do want to apologize to you. I'm sorry. I was just working out, because it's going to be a competition in camp. I was just working out. Atlanta Falcons QB1. That's why I'm not in my prototypical Atlanta Falcons gear. But anyway, we thought we were done with it, and yet here we are. So the rumors start up again. They say, hey, man, the Falcons, They're favorites to get Lamar Jackson. It got to the point, National Media Day, owners media day, the Falcons had to just come out and say, no, it's not happening. Desmond Ridder is our starting quarterback. I don't know why we're even having this conversation right now. And we kind of shut it all down, right? So moving forward, once again, I don't know why the fan base can't get along. Once again, we got a lot of people upset because Lamar Jackson isn't coming to the Falcons. We got a lot of people who are like, okay, this is all we wanted. This is our guy. This is who we're riding behind. We need to go ahead and do what we need to do. Y'all know where I've been at throughout this whole ordeal. It got to the point, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't putting out videos because I didn't want to keep telling y'all the same thing over and over again. Right? Why get Lamar Jackson whenever you have a guy in Desmond Ridder who can do possibly the same thing, possibly more than Lamar Jackson for 1/50th of the price? The young man's making less than $1 million a year. Lamar Jackson was going to be making north of $50 million a year. Why go out and do it? Okay, $37 million or $36 million, whatever the whole, non-exclusive trade deal was. Fact of the matter is that it's one of those cases where Desmond Ridder was going to do the same thing or could possibly do the same thing for 1/36th of the price. And you wouldn't have been able to have this legendary offseason, this renaissance of an offseason that the Atlanta Falcons are having. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. No Jesse Bates. You wouldn't have had a chance to get him. David Onyemata, no. Caden Ellis, that's a luxury. Calais Campbell, would he have wanted to come here if Jesse Bates, David Onyemata, and Caden Ellis didn't come? Those are 3 starters added to the roster right there. Calais Campbell, that's possibly a 4th. Basically, what I'm saying, guys, is that we're looking at what we have now and what we've done this offseason. And I'm going to tell you, everything's gone up across the board. Not just on Facebook, but just here on YouTube. There are more people watching videos about the Atlanta Falcons than I've ever seen during the offseason as long as I've been an Atlanta Falcons content creator. Why is that the case? There's a new type of excitement. Would there be a new type of excitement if Lamar Jackson would be coming? Yes. Yes, there would. 1,000 times yes. But guess what? What happens if Lamar Jackson comes out, breaks his leg week 2? All that excitement is out the window. You're done. So moving forward, I feel like the Atlanta Falcons just made the move that was right for the Atlanta Falcons. Because I'm finna tell y'all something. Somebody said Big Low got a fresh cut. Yeah, man, I'm trying to look like a quarterback. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Calais Campbell, he wouldn't have came to the Atlanta Falcons if all we had was a Lamar Jackson. It wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. Coach Padre said he needs somebody to go half on them good tickets with him. Shouts out to my big bro Dansky. I see you in here, Bo. I see you in here. Much love to you, man. Padre and Dansky said, Dansky, he's doing the Calais Campbell dance. Yes. Shouts out. Oh, Dansky, he doesn't know anything about Big Low Conspiracy, y'all. He's in here, but he sees the beloveds, but he don't know what it is. He shouts out to you, Dansky. I see you, Bo. That's my brother, man. That's my brother Dansky. We go back and forth. We go back and forth on Twitter all the time whenever I have time. But yeah, the thing is that we don't know who Desmond Ridder is. And one of the main reasons I want to talk about this tonight is because I really feel like we need to give Desmond Ridder his flowers. Because through this whole process, I haven't heard anything from him. Even last year, if you go back to last year, whenever Marcus Mariota was thinking to join up, Desmond Ritter, he was the team player. He was just standing there to the left of Arthur Smith, looking like, "Hey, I'm ready to go in. Whenever you want to make the move." Right? Throughout this whole offseason, only thing I hear is that Desmond Ritter's been working out. That's the only thing I hear. They say he's been working, right? I'm pretty sure y'all seen the clip online where Carson Palmer's brother, Jordan Palmer, he's a quarterback coach and quarterback mentor now. He said that he talks to Desmond Ritter. This was before the draft. They were talking about throwing motions, and Desmond Ritter, he was like asking him detailed questions, not just the regular questions like, "Hey, how soon should I extend?" Or, should I squat down more so I can explode out of this? No, he was talking about things like leaking energy. Am I leaking energy if I, if I don't point my shoulder as much, if I open my stance up a little bit, am I leaking energy? I mean, just random things like that. That's the guy that you want to lead your team. Also, think about it. Last year, end of the season, you got guys down, upset, don't know what they're going to do. Who's picking them up? You got your boy Desmond Ritter. Now, look, I understand Lamar Jackson runs a 4.3 40. If I'm not mistaken, Desmond Ritter runs a 4.4. Me, Desmond Ritter, Lamar Jackson, we're all in the same, in the same little area. But one thing that you can't judge and one thing that you can't put down is just heart and leadership, guys. How many athletes have we seen in the NFL over the years that come in and are just all world athletes, all universe athletes, but they lack that leadership? How many Super Bowls do you think Cam Newton would have won if he was a better leader? You ask Coach Roney, I say all the time, something happens, somebody misses a block, Cam Newton's walking away, head down, hands on his hips, looking all down. I mean, and I'm not saying that Lamar Jackson is a bad leader. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that you already have a great leader on your team, right? You already have a great leader on your team. He's shown that he can handle adversity off the field, and we've seen that off the field is a big subject when it comes to Arthur Blank and Arthur Smith, just by the way that we signed Calais Campbell. So why not go with the guy that we want to build this team on, not just because, he's flashy and he runs fast. Tyler Russell, he says, do we think Ritter has Lamar's arm? And Miss Beats, he says, you get what you pay for. Look, I understand that. I know that it's touted that Ritter has a pretty good arm. I don't know if he has Lamar's arm, but I think we can all agree if we look at Lamar, Desmond Ritter, and Matt Ryan throw, Matt Ryan probably has the weakest arm in that room. Matt Ryan's going to the Hall of Fame. He won an MVP. Should have won a Super Bowl. Right? So, once again, it's not just about the arm. We got to look at the intangibles. We have to look at the leadership. Right? We have to look at the things that he does off of the field. How can he handle pressure? How can he handle stress? We got to look at all those things. What's going on, Mr. Smith? Coach Tyler said, I ain't decided on Ritter yet. So look, I wanted to ask y'all, now that we went ahead and made the move, I wanted to ask y'all, what do y'all think? Do you think the Falcons made the right decision by keeping Desmond Ritter? Or if you feel like they did make the right decision, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those cases where they should have went ahead and went after Lamar Jackson, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all think. I just want to know what y'all think. Shouts out to you, Damsky. Kobe's in here. See, Kobe, I'm pretty sure he must have been talking with Damsky. He's thinking BPA, best player available. I hear you. I hear you, Bo. Shouts out to you, Rydell. I see you in here, Bo. Much love to you, fam. Tyrell said, I love how you snuck in the 40. Yes, I had to sneak in the 40 time. Yes. Everybody said, hey, Coach Lowe, your 40 was in double digits. I'm like, well, look, I pulled a hamstring. That's why it was longer than it normally would have been. So I'm gonna have to rerun it whenever I'm fully healthy, and we'll take it from there. Shouts out, Melvin. I see you in here. Kobe Clutch says Cam at least one Super Bowl. Exactly. I mean, he got to a Super Bowl. What happened whenever he fumbled? He let the ball go. Cam didn't want to risk his body. He didn't want to risk his body. What happened after the Super Bowl? What happened after the Super Bowl? Cam came and pouted like a little kid and went and took his ball and went home. Matt Ryan lost the Super Bowl in the most embarrassing way possible. The most embarrassing way possible. What did he do? He sat up there and ate it. He sat there and took it and represented the organization and himself and his family the best way that he could. I agree with you, Kobe. His arm is above average. Shouts out to you, Giving Game Sports. I see you in here, Bo. Definitely. So the question was, if you feel like the Falcons made the right decision, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like they made the wrong decision, should have went ahead and went with Lamar Jackson, put a 2 in the chat. Rockman's in here. He says, yeah, I think we made the right decision. We talk Hawks TV. He says, I'm Team Ritter. I think we're going to the playoffs this year. DA, Coach Dre, I think they're Team Ritter. Ghost Pepper says, Coach Low, facts. The media has been pissed that we didn't go all in on Lamar Jackson. When they know the moment it happened, they would have trashed us for overpaying and not having any talent around him after. Yes. Anthony Davis is in the chat. Shouts out to Anthony Davis. I see you here, Bo. We talk Hawks TV, Kobe, Frank. They all feel like, look, we should have, we made the right decision going with the Desmond Ritter. Justin, he says 2. He feels like we should have went with Lamar Jackson. And look, I do want to let y'all know, I see the folks who say they want to go after Lamar Jackson or that we should have went after Lamar Jackson. I see where you're coming from. He's Lamar Jackson. He's the most entertaining player in the NFL today. Who's more entertaining than Lamar Jackson? You got Justin Jefferson. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I wouldn't even put Jamar Chase up there. Christian McCaffrey when he's healthy. But as far as Patrick Mahomes, but other than that, who's a more entertaining player than Lamar? I understand where you're coming from. And, to the whole notion of people saying, hey, y'all just want to be flashy and not want to win. You can win flashy. The Chiefs have been doing it for the last 4 or 5 years. You can win flashy. So, I mean, I see where you're coming from. Charles, ETV, Jalen, they all feel like we made the right decision going with Ritter. The kid, he says 2. He says, hey, pineapples, I don't like it. Should have went with Lamar Jackson. Delay, Rydell, DA, Coach Padre, they all agree we made the right move going with the Desmond Ritter. Melvin, Ghost Peppers, DA, DSGB Hall. So it looks like they're on the Ritter train. Now, Tyler, he said earlier he's not fully, he said he's still trying to figure things out. So he ain't fully on the train yet now. Jeremy Dupree, Brian Little, and Giving Game, they said that they're riding on the Ritter train. Millie Mills, he says 1.5. He says at least interview Lamar Jackson. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, Bo. Coach Miss Beach, he said, look, they should at least tried or inquired about him. They should at least checked up on him, see what he was talking about. No Budget Charlie, he says Brady don't got the strongest arm either. I mean, if we keeping it a buck, I mean, that is true. That is true. DA said, I'm excited. Coach Terry is cooking. Yes, Terry is cooking. False Star Falcon says 1. You got to keep filling the hole that was dug. I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, look, we seen whenever your boy Thomas Dimitrov was on that show, and he threw a little bit of shade there, but there was a hole dug, and we got to acknowledge it. Shouts out to Coach Simone with the sports. I see you here, Coach. We coming for the Eagles next year in the NFC. We coming for them because I'm actually going to be talking about that in a minute. But shouts out to Coach Simone, Eagles content creator, Coach Simone and Coach Dylan Matthews. Those are fam right there. Kelly says 1. We're building the team. Big yes, we're building the team. We can't live and die on what the quarterback can and can't do. You can ask Coach Simone with the sports. She's an Eagles fan. She'll tell you the Eagles built that team as Jalen Hurts progressed. Jalen Hurts progressed and the Eagles progressed at the same time. It turned into a beautiful thing. It turned into the Eagles being a quarter away from winning the Super Bowl, right? If y'all will remember, the Eagles, this was the year for Jalen Hurts. If he didn't get it done this year, then they were finna be moving home like a Maya and Silk the Shocker song. It was over with, bro. Miss B, she said you still gotta have the talent, and I agree with you, Miss B. Austin, Dexter Vlash, Brian Little, they all agree. They think Ritter, is the way to go. Bernard Cantrell says one, give him a chance, build the team first, then get the quarterback if Ritter doesn't work out. And I completely agree. I completely agree. Frank says we got to build our defense like the Eagles did. Yes, like the Eagles did. Speaking of Coach Dillon, much love to you, Bo. He said, "What's up, Bo?" He said, "I ain't talked to you in a minute, but keep doing your thing, my guy. I'll talk to you soon, my guy. I'm Team Ritter about it." Oh, I already know Coach Dillon. Man, I'll be checking you out on 92.9 The Game, Coach. I called you, but you didn't answer. I said, man, Coach Dillon, he too busy over there counting all his money. Shouts out to my homeboy Dylan Matthews, man. Another positive Atlanta Falcons content creator out here, man. Y'all make sure that y'all check him out. Dylan Matthews, producer on 92.9 The Game. Much love to him. But Jacqueline, she says it, only time will tell. That's an old No Limit Soldier song for all my, 80s babies out there. Only time will tell. Only time will tell at the end of the day, Bo. Mac Town Dirty in here. What in the world, Bo? I see you. But yeah, I mean, if we think about it, we're legit saying, hey, we don't know what we have. And is it really a gamble? My whole thing is gambling incurs risk. So is it really a gamble? Like if you go to your local racetrack or your local Quick Trip and you buy a $1 jumbo ticket, right? It's a dollar jumbo ticket, and then you go over there to the register and you get a $50 I don't know what the lottery tickets are. I just seen $50 Corvette or something. I don't know. And they had an Atlanta Falcons lottery ticket. Which one is the bigger risk? Which one is the bigger risk? I mean, if we're playing the law of large numbers and we're looking at how much money you can win on both of them, which one is the bigger risk? Number one, it's all about your circumstances. Now, if you have the expendable income, you can spend the $50 and you'll have a chance to win more. Now, if you don't have the expendable income, and you one of those friends that say, hey, let me get $20 till Friday, you might need to get the dollar one, see if you can get your quick come up. That's all I'm saying. Because you don't want to be living like Molly Mall and the Saints out here. Not the Saints. They wander aimlessly throughout the bayou, looking for a few dollars just to buy a piece of a car, as in quarterback. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. Oh, man. Dwayne P said, look, Coach, you're not winning with the top 5 quarterback. But how many times have we won? How many times have we seen people win with less than top 5 quarterbacks? We've seen it so many times. A couple of years ago, Matthew Stafford, he wasn't considered the top 5 quarterback. Whenever he came back this year, he wasn't considered a top 5 quarterback. And it showed. It showed. Whenever Russell Wilson won the Super Bowl, he wasn't considered a top 5 quarterback. He became one afterwards. But it showed. Whenever we started this season, Jalen Hurts wasn't considered a top 5 quarterback. But once again, they could have beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl this year. Was what's the guy's name? Nick Folks. Was he a top 5 quarterback? No. Trent Dilfer. Jimmy Garoppolo, took the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl a couple of times. He wasn't a top 5 quarterback. You don't have to have a top 5 quarterback to win Super Bowls. But the thing is, and once again, I go back to the original point. We don't know if he's a top 5 quarterback or not. We don't know. The only thing we can say definitively about Desmond Ridder right now is that in college, he was a top 5 quarterback. That's the only thing we can say definitively that we've seen in college of those 136 starting quarterbacks in college in the NCAA. He was a top 5 quarterback. That's the only thing that we can say. Moving forward, we got to find out what's going on. Coach Pepper says, Coach, so take a look at this. BS Browns restructuring Rashawn Watson 1 year in. Cap numbers remaining year 24, 64 million. 2025, 64 million. 64 million in 2027. Woo. Man, they were desperate. Them boys are reaching, bro. Them boys are reaching. Miss B says, Art Smith trying to make us like the Titans. You have a decent team and you can make it to the playoffs, but you can't get out the playoffs. And I completely understand that. Archangel says Purdy won with the 49ers because they built a team in San Francisco. Now, we also got to remember San Francisco has that guy. You got to remember that. San Francisco got that guy in Kyle Shanahan. He could take a Lowe's bucket and win you 10 games at quarterback. Like, that's why whenever he combined, when he combined with Matt Ryan, remember Matt Ryan's first year, it was kind of iffy. But once they figured everything out, it was gangbusters after that. You got to acknowledge it. Dwayne P says Jalen Hurts, a top 5 quarterback now, though, Big Low. Exactly. Now. Remember you said that, Dwayne P. Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback now. Last year, before the season started, ain't nobody said Jalen Hurts was a top 5 quarterback. We could go back and look at the list. Nobody said, oh, yeah, so I'm going Patrick Mahomes. I'm going Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. Nobody said that. Now in 2023, oh, we all about it. But the thing is, we can't say that's not going to be the case with Desmond Ridder because we haven't seen it. The only thing we can say as of right now, when he was in college, he was a top 5 quarterback. That's the only thing we can say. What, 3rd all time in wins? I mean, and I know there's a lot of quarterbacks in college football that come to the NFL and couldn't get it done. Bodie Bo, what's going on in here, man? Shouts out to One Time for the Fan, my brothers. They says you winning with the top defense though, and I like what I see. Exactly, you winning with a top defense, you know. But the thing is that who's not going to say that the offense isn't going to come up to the level of play as the defense? Who's not going to say that? But one thing that we can know definitively, and this is going to be a shameless plug, one thing that we can know definitively is you can hit that like button. That's one thing that we do, though. Make sure that you hit that like button. I promise. I promise you, if you hit that like button for me, I can dance at your wedding one day. Tyler Russell's in here. He says, I'll say this. If we aren't getting quarterbacks or wide receivers in free agency, we need to draft some help at wide receiver this draft. And, you know, I'm not mad at that. Shouts out to Terry F. Baby. But hey, Coach Ronan, have you been on Twitter lately?
No.
Terry F. Baby is taking off.
What you mean?
Everybody's saying Terry F. Baby.
They're calling him Terry F.
Baby? Everybody's called him Terry F. Baby.
Oh, make sure you give credit to Big Low Kuntry.
But yeah, I mean, the thing is that you know, you got your Scotty Millers, you know, you got your Mac Hollins. Shouts out Barefoot Lifestyle. You know, I'm a part of it. That's because I gotta be in tune with my wide receivers. Anyway, the thing is, is that, we could go at wide receiver in the draft, or we could legit say, hey, I mean, you got Scotty Miller, Mac Hollins, you got Kyle Pitts, who's basically a wide receiver, Jonnu Smith, we good to go. I mean, you could legit say that. But shouts out to you, Tyler Russell, because I believe in creating that competition. So I mean, you could legit get a guy in here, and then next thing you know, it'll be one of those cases where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, Scotty Miller, thanks, but no thanks. Dwayne P, he said, Big Low, we working that light, but I appreciate that, boy. I appreciate that. Miss Beachy said, look, that may take 2 years, but the thing is, it may take 4 games. We legit don't know. That's the beauty of it. Terry the chef. T-Mac said, Terry F. Baby, I'm weak. Yes. Shouts out to Terry F. Baby. Coach Jackley, she said, Coach, I'm still nervous about that center position. And, that could be something that we could take, in the draft. Shouts out to Coach Tony Wright in here. I didn't know that they had that good Wi-Fi in Cuba. I know that you've been chilling out with Julio Jones, and y'all doing y'all thing. Shouts out for coming on here and chilling out with the average people. We appreciate that. Jay Murphy says, I say keep on building this defense, beloved. Hello. Yeah, man. You keep on building your defense, but I'm going to tell you something. I feel like it's starting to come together, and I'm starting to see the actions that the Atlanta Falcons are taking. Because, one thing my dad used to tell me all the time, you look at a man's actions, and that's going to tell you everything that you need to know. Last 2 years, what have the Atlanta Falcons done? They took guys on defense, and no, I'm put it like this: they took guys in free agency to fill holes. In the draft, they took the best player available that they seen. That's what they legit did. And this year, this is what they did. They went ahead, they got all these holes, they fixed the defensive line. Jalen Carter is a luxury, guys. Jalen Carter ain't a Honda Civic. Jalen Carter is a Cadillac. He's luxury, bro. You can get Jalen Carter if you want him. You're not going in here saying, hey, I need Jalen Carter. I got to have him. If you get Jalen Carter today, it's a strong possibility he'll be on the bench, because you got Calais Campbell. Calais, I like to eat hot sauce Campbell. You got Grady Jarrett, and you got David Onyemata. That's your defensive line. That's your ends and your defensive tackles. Then, I don't know if anybody's noticed this. If you've been online, you've seen that Caden Ellis is listed as a will linebacker. Yes, he's going to be rushing the passer. He got 8 sacks last year with a limited role. That's more than anybody had on our team playing every game. Miss B, she says, please take Jalen Carter. This is the Carter. But I echo Miss B. A lot of people saying they want to take Christian Gonzalez at 8. There are a lot of people saying they want to make the move. Travell thinks, he says, where is Molly Mall at? With the dumb statements he be I don't know where old Molly Mall is. Oh, Molly Mall with all that hate in his heart. Dre says, I'd rather them re-sign OZ than Scotty freaking Miller, though, beloved. I mean, but the thing is, it's like OZ is fast, but Scotty Miller is legit. Excuse me, Scotty Miller is legit 4.3 fast. I mean, Scotty Miller is Big Low. He's Big Low Kuntry fast, QB1 fast. So, what's so funny?
Sorry.
Mr. ATS says Christian Gonzalez at 8 for sure. I mean, dang, Miss B, a lot of people. Look, either one of them, I would feel blessed and highly favored to have. Coach Padre with the first Superman chat of the night. He says, hey, Coach, I can't wait to see Terry F. Baby say, forget them picks the next year when we really be primed to wreak havoc. Hey, I appreciate that, Bo. That's that Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Now, look, I do want to let y'all know something because I know a lot of people, they've been running around naked out here on Twitter and everywhere else talking about, oh, but this ain't nothing. Next year, we're going to have $70 million. Probably, if we make the right moves, $100 million. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. The thing is that y'all got to remember, don't get too naked now because next year, everybody got money. I'm sitting here looking at the salary cap now. Oh, we got $70 million. Guess how much money the Houston Texans got, Coach Ron, next year? $147 million.
What?
Yes.
How do they have that?
I don't know. Guess how much money the Patriots have next year?
How much?
$129 million.
Oh my
The
God.
Titans, $127 million.
How much are we gonna have? Just 70?
We,
How we broke again?
I mean, that's not broke. You still got money. But the biggest name that I see, well, the two biggest names that I see on here are the Bears, who had the most money this year. They had $100 million this year. They got $121 million. And the Cincinnati Bengals have $111 million. A potential Super Bowl team has 111. So the thing is, it's like we can't just sit here and say, oh, we really gonna go crazy next year. Look, that's like somebody who's rich standing to somebody who's wealthy. Like, oh, I'm a millionaire. Oh, okay. Well, be happy with your little million. You know, we talking about 10 digits over here. Stephon Moses said, just 70? Oh, man. Five-star Falcons said, hey, Bo, if Dez don't work out, trade the farm or for Caleb Williams. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, and that's what I've been saying. If Desmond Ritter doesn't work out, go ahead and trade the farm. Get the guy that you want. KG says, I love the offseason moves. If Ritter is the guy, then so be it. But if he is the guy we're supposed to expect to be the franchise guy, expectations are now high. Yes. Yes, I feel like going into this season, the expectations are definitely high. It's one of those situations where we're talking about deep playoff run. Arthur Smith said it himself. 7-10 isn't going to be the goal this year. We're talking about making a deep playoff run. We're talking about winning the division. I'm sorry, Panthers fans. I know that y'all naked. Y'all made a few moves and everything. Y'all ain't gonna keep up with us. Saint fans, it's time to pay the piper. Tampa Bay fans, Baker Mayfield. Look, it is what it is. It is what it is. What's going on, Sanchez? What's up, Big Low Kuntry? From Seoul. Seoul. Okay. From Seoul, South Korea. USS. Navy. Hey, man. Much love to you. Hey, Bo, you stay safe out there. Stay safe out there, Sanchez. Now, hopefully, I get a chance to see you in the Benz this year. Dwayne P says everybody else is going to be able to trade the farm next year. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So it's like everybody's talking about the whole next year. You think Terry doing something this year? I'm going to tell y'all what's really going to determine what Terry Fontenot is going to do is going to be number one, if Desmond Ritter is the guy. If Desmond Ritter is the guy and it's obvious, you're going to have, and you have a team that looks good, you're going to have some veterans saying, hey, I'm willing to come over there. Kind of like what the Eagles did, or kind of like what the Rams did whenever they won the Super Bowl. You're going to have some veterans say, hey, I'm willing to come over there to see what we're capable of doing with Desmond Ritter. Because the question is, guys, how many times have we seen a rookie quarterback? And this is why I'm kind of counting the Panthers out. A rookie quarterback is a multi-year situation. How many times have we seen a rookie quarterback come to a team and lead that team to the Super Bowl? It's never happened. If it does, it'll be a legendary. See, I done said it, and I probably jinxed it. If it does, it'll be a legendary thing. But the thing is that with the Panthers having a rookie quarterback, I don't think they're going to make a Super Bowl run. I feel like the division is just ours, and they might be a good team. They very well could be a good team, but you know, I, I I'm just gonna be keep it a book. I ain't got too much faith in Frank Wright. Alberto says, "What it do, Big Low? Let me get that season pass chair. If I could, I would, Bo." Oh man, Rockman says, "Could you see the Falcons trading back, taking Bijan Robinson?" I'm gonna be honest with you, Bo. I can see the Falcons sitting where they're at. To answer you and our Angels question, I can see them sitting where they're at and taking Bijan Robinson. They're literally putting themselves in this position where they're taking the best player available. So if they go Christian Gonzalez, I mean, in their mind, on their board, he's the best player available. If you could trade back and get Bijan Robinson, that'll be even better. But I don't know that. I don't know if that's the thing. Molly Mall, all he do is just sit in here and hate, Bo. He just he said the Falcons ain't getting nobody. Go ahead, Coach Roddy.
They were just asking where he was earlier in the chat.
Yeah, they were just asking about your Molly Mall. They said, "Hey man, does Molly Mall had the swamp foot walking aimlessly around the bayou?" We know he lived that Bearwood lifestyle. He got the soggy foot. Turner Wright said, Low mentioned all 4 teams, and then he got to the Aints. He said, "It's time to pay the piper." Yeah, it is. Y'all been robbing Peter to pay Paul way too long, but oh man. Well, Amy says they're making the upside down payments on Derek Carr. Exactly. They upside down and they turning flips. Rich ATL says, "I'm loving all the moves this offseason and feel the team needs a new look. I think they need to rebrand back to the retro Dirty Bird. I was never, hey, man, look, I feel like that's what they're going back to. The last show I did, I said, hey, man, Falcons going back to the 80s. I came on here with a leather sweatshirt. I came on here with a leather sweatshirt, bro. Maybe I'm just like my father. He's ever satisfied." Oh man. Oh man. My mom said I'll put my clothes on, but I took them off again. See what in the world about the ball? Goodness gracious.
That's why you can't get money.
That's why you can't get by the time right up. Shouts out to Grandizer in the chat, man. I see you in here. Grandizer says 4 times the Falcons drafted at 8 since 2000. 2022 Drake London. 2015 Vic Beasley. 2007 Jamal Anderson. Not that Jamal Anderson. 2004 D'Angelo Hall. Virginia Tech. That's my B squad. But yeah, I mean, so look, you got a chance to do some, A1 Day One says Sack Atlanta. Coach Ronan, how that sound?
Wow.
Sack Atlanta. Kind of like Saxonville whenever Calais Campbell is there. Right? I mean, so look, I mean, it's one of those things where I think we just feel good because we're going to have a competent defense. And one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that whenever you struggle for so long, you watch the defense get burnt. 3rd and 19. Just you have no faith in them. It's one of those cases where you just want to, you just want to throw something through the TV. Miss B says, D'Angelo Hall, he's a coach over there. Yeah, I seen that he's coaching over there for the Panthers. Coach Miss B. I hope he don't coach him up too good. Jacqueline says, so coach, who you think will be starting on the defensive line? So we're running that 3-4 defense, right, Coach Jacqueline? So I honestly think for our ends, I'm thinking that it's going to be Grady Jarrett, Calais Campbell on the ends, right? Then I think you're going to have David Onyemata running the nose tackle. Our outside linebackers who are going to be blitzing, you know, one of them are going to be blitzing 85, 90% of the time. It's going to be Caden Ellis and Arnold Ebiketie. You're going to be rotating D'Angelo Malone in there, who is, he's a, he don't sleep on D'Angelo Malone. That joke is strong. I think that's going to be pretty doggone good. Then, you're going to get somebody else in the draft. I think you're going to end up getting a defensive end because number one, Grady Jarrett and Calais Campbell, they done seen a few pecan seasons. So, it's one of those situations where I think that's going to be the starting, that starting front seven. Well, I'm sorry, not starting front seven. That on that defensive line up top is going to be a you're going to have Arnold Ebiketie on the strong side. He's going to be playing that Sam. Then you're going to have Grady Jarrett, David Onyemata in the middle, Calais Campbell. Then on that weak side, you're going to have Caden Ellis, right? And then for your two middle linebackers, we're looking at Troy Anderson, who's really going to take a next step next year. And, you still got Michael Walker on the roster, but I think we should get Jack Campbell in the draft. Iowa middle linebacker. Go ahead and get Jack Campbell. That's going to really, in the words of Little Bootsy, set this thing off. You jumping like a frog, we'll put you on that wall. Oh, man. Ransom Ward in here. What'd you say, Coach Ron? Coach Ron said, make sure you hit that like button. She said, if y'all don't hit the like button, she ain't going to make dinner for me. So make sure that you hit that like button. Ransom Ward says, Big Low and Coach Ronnie, are they still waiting for you to finish the time at the NFL Cup? What? The hate is real, bro. The hate is real. Hey, I've been working out. It's smelly. Oh, man. Well, Amy said, I want to see if Slant Thomas could play 17 games. Hey, that's a burning question in New Orleans. Hey, baby. They call him Slam Boy, baby. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful, baby. You can't just call that man that. Keita Ball said, what about Lorenzo? I think Lorenzo Carter, I think he's going to be in that rotation of those outside linebackers. We're trying to do what the Philadelphia Eagles did. Let's rotate these guys in and out. Let's keep them fresh. By the end of the game, we want them boys smelling fresher than the Johnson & Johnson, baby. That's what we want at the end of the day. One time for the fans. Shouts out to my boys, man. Jack Spade, Bodie. They actually did a show earlier. So shouts out to One Time for the Fan. Positive Atlanta Falcons content creator. Make sure that you go check them boys out, man. Shouts out to the Rise Up tour, too. Brian Little in here just laughing. Mr. Bill said, Big Low, you crazy. Set this thing off. You plug. Yeah, I'm using that. You don't wanna with me. Oh man, Ty Dollar says I'll be fine with Bijan or Gonzalez. Yeah, I'll be more than cool with that. Look, we're actually gonna be looking because I was so excited about the Calais Campbell signing. I was like, you know what? Let's do an impromptu film study, huh? Okay, I was like, let's do an impromptu film study on Calais Campbell because I'm definitely online with that. Speaking of Calais Campbell, Miss B says Calais Campbell is my top free agent signing. That made me feel so good. Oh man. Oh, okay, Miss B. All right now. That made me feel so good. I don't know if y'all you remember that song, Coach Ronald?
That's a Neo.
That Neo, you know I like some Neo.
Nah, you gotta do Escape.
Which one?
Clap my hands, stomp my feet, every little thing that you do to me. Feels so good. Feels so good, baby.
Look, Coach Ronald, you been watching that Escape
Queens
of R&B show. So, you know, everything go back to the but Miss B said, look, that sign made me feel so good. Just thought I'd let y'all know. Well, I appreciate that, Miss B. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. You know what, Miss B? I ain't gonna lie to you. That sign made me feel good too, because you're getting veteran leadership on the defensive line. And, you know, a lot of people were worried about bringing in a Jalen Carter. You got somebody here who done seen it all, like Young Jeezy and Jay-Z in that song. I done seen it all. Yay stacked 7 feet tall. Swear it looked white like a wall. Like, he done seen everything in the NFL. He's a former, well, no, I'm not going to say he's a former. He's a Walter Payton Man of the Year. And the biggest thing that he talked about was, hey, I want to know what I can do in the community. That's how Arthur Blank won him over, right? So, with that being said, if you get a Jalen Carter, he's going to coach him up, Miss B. And if I'm not mistaken, you're on the Jalen Carter train, right? So if you get it, because I ain't going to lie to you, I was talking, let's get it earlier today. He was like, hey, man, Jalen Carter could be Aaron Donald 2.0. He has the potential to be that kind of nasty. I was like, hey, Bo, that's nasty. Oh, man. Tony Wright says, no, it's not disrespect. That's his name, Slant Thomas. Oh, man. One time for the fans that would be something Aints fans hate to hear. Playing Set It Off in the Bins when we smacked the sand. You're jumping like a frog. We'll put you on that wall. Yeah, you're right, Shane. He can play defensive tackle, nose tackle, or defensive end. You know, so you know that's definitely huge. That's definitely huge, and you know that's why I'm so excited about Calais Campbell. Not only is this guy just, you know, strong, like he been throwing hay bales. Yeah, I mean I told Coach Ronald today, because you know Calais Campbell, he's 37 years old. I said, I think I'm gonna call him old man strong. I think I'm gonna call him old man strong all throughout the season. You know, that's one thing coaches do is give players nicknames, and I think his nickname is just gonna be old man strong. So if you hear me talking and you can see me say old man strong, that's who I'm talking about. Jacqueline says Calais, he's a dog. Listen to his mic'd up segments. Well, as a matter of fact, we're going to look at some of his film and kind of see. I just want to kind of show y'all what I got in regards to Mr. Calais Campbell. And wait a minute. There we go. Okay. And moving forward, you know, y'all do with it what you want to, but I am definitely excited about having. See, I can't call him a young Thundercat. Hold on one second. Let me make that full screen. There we go. All right. Can y'all see my screen? If you can't see my screen, put a 1 in the chat. I would definitely and greatly appreciate it. Billy Mill says Russia 10 strong, man. That's strong. That's strong. So first of all, let's see here. I want to shout out to my homeboy. Give me 1 second here. I want to make sure I give credit to where it is due. One second here. I want to shout out to my homeboy Huddle It Up Films. So he puts, you know, he puts film studies together. Now, it's ironic. So Coach Jacqueline, okay, everybody put the ones in the chat. I appreciate that. See, y'all this is why y'all the MVPs of the coaching staff. I appreciate y'all. So Coach Jacqueline, she was talking about how the beautiful thing about Jalen Carter, he can line up in all different positions. That's the same thing that we have with the Calais Campbell. Um, thing I like about this film study, Huddle It Up Films, I like how he highlights the player. So you can see him here. He's lined up in the one technique, shading that center's right shoulder. Now you can see here they're lined up in the sub package. You see they got two guys with their hands in the ground. Um, and I'm counting four linebackers. I got one, two, three, four. Okay. Well, y'all can't see my mouse. I'm sorry, but they got four people standing up. Right now, watch. We're just going to look at some of the things that they're doing and watch what's going on, Coach. Let's get it. Watch how they do some of these things and how they move this old man around. So let's check this out and see what we got here. Y'all seen that? So the first time I watched it, I was like, well, wait a minute, was this a stunt? But it wasn't really a stunt. He just worked himself around. Roquan Smith, the guy that everybody wanted in Atlanta, number 18. He was pretty number 18. Well, I'm sorry, he wasn't pitching, he dropped back. Number 99, he was pretty much pinching. He was going to where the center was at, and that man ain't running around like he's 36 years old. That man running around like he's a spring chicken. You see right here, he's lined up in the three technique. See, oh, okay. So you see right here, Calais Campbell's lined up in the three technique. Is it skipping, baby? Huh? Oh, okay. If y'all had a chance to see some of Kata Ellis' sacks, a lot of his sacks came from whenever they were stunting. So if you look at this particular play here, all right. So if you look at this particular play, Calais Campbell, he's lined up in that three technique. He starts on the even side of the line, but by the time this play is over with, he's gonna get to the backfield on the odd side of the line, which means he's gonna be on the quarterback's left side by the time everything's said and done. Oh, okay. So I'll just let it play. But man, this is something serious when it comes to getting Calais Campbell. I've seen him use clubs. I've seen him um use some swims. There's some time why it was one play where I seen him use his pursuit is legit. If I'm still skipping, put a one in the chat. If I ain't skipping no more, put a two in the chat. Molly Miles in here said, Molly Miles said, wait a minute, Big Low Country. You picked our worst game. Hey, no. Every game was your worst game, Molly Miles. Every game was your worst game, Molly Miles. Ain't nothing changed. Dennis Allen is your coach. Oh, skip it. Okay, I'll stop sharing. I think we'll have to get another computer. Okay. All right. Okay, so we still skip. Okay. Well, I apologize, y'all. I'm gonna have to get a different setup so we could actually take a look at everything and see how we could go ahead and move forward with this offense and everything. I'm sorry, with this defense. But basically, I'm gonna tell y'all they're moving them all around the field. I seen them line up in the zero technique. head up as a nose tackle. I seen him lined up in a one technique right outside of the center's shading the center shoulder. I seen him lined up in the three technique, and I also seen him lined up in the five as a defensive end with the even front, with four guys with their hands in the ground. So that kind of versatility mixed with the Ryan Nielsen, mixed with the Grady Jarrett, mixed with the David Onyemata, Caden Ellis, Arnold Ebiketie. Arnold Ebiketie could have gotten 10 sacks last year by himself, guys. But one beautiful thing that some notes that somebody gave me, they said, hey, guys, look at here. Last year, Caden Ellis, Calais Campbell, David Onyemata together, they combined for like 17 and a half sacks. The Atlanta Falcons had 21 total. So those three guys almost exceeded our sack total with just them. So, I mean, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. MJ Edwards says, in my opinion, who starts in each formation or for the D line, 4-3, 3-4, 5-2, or 4-2, our D line, Grady Jarrett, Calais Campbell, AK-47, Lorenzo Carter, Eddie Goldman. I keep forgetting about Eddie Goldman. David Onyemata, D'Angelo Malone, and Taquan Graham. I think we're just going to legit be moving forward. We're just going to legit be in a position where we could just move people in and out. Eddie Goldman, he ain't played in like a couple of 2 years. I know that he set out like 2 or 3 years total. So we don't know what kind of shape Eddie Goldman's in. So it's one of those cases where we got to figure things out. Giving Game Sports Talk, he says, right, Low, they don't even like their own coach. Country Rail, what's going on, man? Look, I do need y'all to make sure that you hit that like button for us. I promise you hit that like button. I'll dance at your wedding one day. Amelia Mill says, Big CC, Big Carbon Copy, Calais Campbell, means Ogundeji is either cut or practice squad material. Man, I think Ogundeji, I think he's been on his way out the door to begin with. Because the fact of the matter is, and I appreciate that, Coach Ronnie. We'll put the link in the video or description box after the show. And then next time we get a chance to sit down and talk, we'll, kind of review it. Or if I get on a better computer, we can actually sit down and look at it on another night this week. But I think Ogundeji, he was already out the door, unfortunately. I love the kid. Stefan said Big Low got that dial-up connection. I love the kid. Any Falcon on the squad, on the roster, I love him. But, the worst rated pass rusher in PFF in the league last year, that's not going to cut it. You're only strong as your weakest link. And, we're trying to take a whole nother step. We already got a new quarterback coming into the room. Desmond Ritter's going to be backing him up. And, moving forward, we just got to make sure that we, do what we need to do on the defensive side of the ball. Because I'm going to make sure that the offense is purring like a kitten, bro. We in here. Malamar says, who y'all call AK-47? He's shooting. Man, come on, Malamar. Get that hate out your heart, bro. Get that hate out your heart. Let's see here. Miss Beachy says Baker and Derek Carr will be getting attacked as well. That defense coming for him. Yeah. But see, the thing is that who's to say that it would be one of those cases where we would have been able to get this type of defense if we would have gotten Lamar Jackson? Who's to say that? Because think about it. You could legit just run cover threes across the board and bring pressure from all over the place, nickel cornerback included, and wreak havoc on the offensive line and the quarterback, right? But we tried to do that last year, but that was strictly out of necessity because we couldn't get pressure with the 3 or 4 that we tried to get pressure with. That's the biggest thing. Shouts out to my homeboy ATLGA Faithful. I see you in here, Bo. Uncle Steve says, update. I'm progressing on my Lamar detox and rehab, but I'm taking it one step at a time. Desmond is my hero. Okay. What? Okay, that didn't hurt too bad. Well, oh man. Uncle Steve, he's somewhere in the lounge, because he'll leave Southern Silk and he'll come back. For everybody don't know, Southern Silk is my band. I'm the leader. I'm pretty sure he's jumping back and forth just like Drew Hill, saying, Desmond's what we want. Desmond, babe. Desmond's what we need. Talk to me, Desmond. Ready is our quarterback. Shouts out to Uncle Steve, man. Oh, man. Yes, Desmond. Let's win the division. So, my question to everybody is, Coach Ronnie said I got too ahead of my skis last time. She said, hey, Coach Low, you're getting naked. You can't do that on YouTube. My question to everybody is, with the moves we made on offense and on defense, coaching personnel, you got Calais Campbell, you got Jesse Bates, you got David Onyemata. You finna make some big splashes in this draft. Are the Atlanta Falcons going to win the division? That's the question. If you feel like the Atlanta Falcons are going to win the division, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those cases where it's not meant to be, for whatever reason, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know, because I feel like we've covered all the bases. If you don't know, put a 2 in the chat. If you don't know, that's the same as no. If you don't know, no is at the end of it. Put a 2 in the chat. I understand, but it's still a no. But it's still a no. It's still a no. What Molly here talking about? Big Low saying like Cisco half brother. Cisco. CIS. Oh man. Keep that hate out your heart, Molly Mom. Giving Game says, okay, so you're gonna be a part of the Super Bowl show next year? Man, we actually turned them down. We said, hey.
How are you gonna be a part of the show if you're gonna be in the Super Bowl playing?
Hey, the same way, whenever the star player on homecoming night, he comes back out on the field to be the homecoming king. And then he finished playing the game, right? Why can't I do that?
No rest, no break.
No, I'll be out there with my cleats. No rest. Bill said, matter of fact, Low, win the album. When Uncle Steve act right, he go and he come back, I remember last time, we tried to get back together. I never forget, we were standing by the pool. I said, all right, guys. All right, Alberto Smitty, y'all put y'all hands in. Uncle Steve, he was standing there. He was like, I said, come on, Uncle Steve, put your hand in. He was like, then he just looked all of us deeply in our eyes. He says, y'all show y'all believe in old Uncle Steve. I said, wait, what? I said, is this a 5 heartbeats kind of situation? Like, what's going on? Oh man. He said, y'all show y'all believe in old Uncle Steve. Shouts out to Uncle Steve, man. Congratulations on getting your 1,000, Uncle Steve. Definitely. So Uncle Steve, he believes that the Falcons can win the division. Rockman, he thinks the Falcons can win the division. Jermaine, Shane Elliott, they feel like they believe the Falcons can win. Motivated, dedicated in here. He says, look, man, We're 2 years away. Slow down, folks. No, let's take time to gel. Hey man, I'm in it to win it, Bo. We've been gelling for a long time. Alberto, Coach Dre, Millie Mills, they all feel like now is the time to win the division. Hard Sheep Singh says, I was one of the people wanting Lamar, but after listening to a lot of Desmond interviews, he's growing on me. Look, man, he's a mature kid, and I feel like he could help take that next step. Edward Mitchell says yes. Now, Eric Pope says no, not with Ritter. Said pineapples. He don't like it, and I respect that. ATLGA faithful, Aunt Dad or Aunt Died, Brian Peoples. What in the world, Bo? I see you, Low Country boy in here. Giving Game Sports Talk, Grandizer. They all feel like we can win the division. The division is ours. You see this coach on the cool beans. The lazy, the more people I read, the more and more fired up I get. Where you? I ain't see you. Okay, Coach Ronnie. Where you at? I'm going up. I don't see you. Yeah, you ain't. What? You block yourself. Everybody block you. Brian Peoples, Fred Chisel, Coach Tyler. They feel like it's something we can do. Motivate Derek. He said no. Harsh Deep Singh says, yes, go ahead and run it. Cope, Skyler, they said, look, man, Tyler Russell said we have to win. Tyler Russell, look, if y'all know this about Coach Tyler, he comes in from out of town every week to come to the game. So yeah, Coach Tyler, like, look, y'all better do something. Oh, where's that? Oh, okay. I hadn't got there yet. Stefan says, Big Low and the Low Steppers. Okay, I see you right here, Coach Rody. No, okay, Coach Rody. Keep the hate out your heart. Tabro says 1. We could do it. Keenan Moss says 1. Return of the King. Not the Mac, the King. Oh man, Mill said I would say we could have won the division with Joey Harrington. So, oh man, Miss Beasy says 2. Possibly. I don't trust Arthur Smith. See, that's the thing. Miss B is like the question is, the team is getting better, the players are getting better. Question is the coach maturing as well? I feel like he realizes that he has to put some work in. L Hunt, he said, dang, man, I'm late to the chat. Why are we putting up ones? L Hunt, we're putting up ones. If you feel like the Falcons could win the division, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those cases where it just ain't happening, put a 2 in the chat. Tyler Brown says, Falcons fan here, looking to be trolled. He just came in here looking for it, y'all. He wants it. But Steve says, I found the trademark for Southern Silk now. I used to think about immature things. Like Lamar Jackson. Is he going to call us like he said he would? Did he even really have an agent? Jared J says we need a wide receiver. Scotty is okay, but Hopkins is better. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Appreciate that, family. I would love DeAndre Hopkins, but it's all about what kind of move it would be. Out of your Falcon mind here says Low, just finished up on our show, stopping in to show some love. We'll catch the whole show tomorrow. Appreciate that, Bo. Coach Ronnie. Okay, Coach Ronnie. You weren't trying to coerce him, were you, Coach Ronnie?
I just put the information there. It was very objective.
Oh, okay. Grandizer, he says 2. He don't feel like we can win the division. Ms. Mill says, so what y'all having the Otis and David Ruffin moment? Nah, it ain't no Otis and David Ruffin moment. Well, yeah. It kind of was. I keep telling him like nobody's bigger than the group, Uncle Steve. he just keep going and coming back. Last time he came, he wasn't even invited. we was up there singing. And he just came up there like hit the lights. Like what you doing? Oh, oh man. Did I get that comment that you talking about? Okay, okay? It just hadn't got to me yet. Then. Yeah, I don't see it on here. Okay, Mom says Big Low. You were standing by the pool in your birthday suit. Me too. What? 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 Mile off the chain, boy. I don't know what we gonna do with him. I don't know what we gonna do with him. But yeah, I just feel like the division is ours. I know the Panthers are making moves. I completely understand that. The Panthers, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're gonna have more money than us next year too. Like I said, I think we're like 16th, 17th on the list. I know everybody's getting naked about $70 million, but in the grand scheme of things, that's not that much money. Let's just be honest. There folks out here with $140 something million splurging, So the most important thing is making the right decisions now. If I go back and look at that list, a lot of those teams, some of those teams already have a quarterback, or they're going to have to pay their quarterback. Like the Bengals, they're going to have to pay Joe Burrow. He got to get broke off. Might as well go ahead and do it now when you got $100 million. So I mean, I don't know, guys. I think it's going to be one of those cases moving forward where, for me to even look at 2024, I think I just kind of got caught up in the moment. But for me to even look at 2024, it's just one of those things where, we got to get through 2023 first, right? For some reason, Coach Ryan, I ain't got no comments loading. Oh, really? Huh. Okay, they're loading now. Coach Grandizer says 5 more lights to 100.
No, that's late, man. That was a while ago.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I ain't coming through for me.
What?
Yeah.
You got like super chat?
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. StreamYard ain't let me be great, y'all.
All right. Well, Grandizer just commented. He said, "Big Low Kuntry, 100 likes achieved."
Yes.
Drop the boom. Do your dance, Big Low. Do your dance, Big Low. Do your dance, Big Low. Thanks for the support.
Appreciate that. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the likes. Make sure that y'all continue to like and hit that subscribe button for us. Okay. All right. We got a couple Superman chats I ain't get a chance to get. Let's see. Start Falcon. He says, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Let's see here. Coach Tyler Russell. He says, I can't wait for the draft. Optimism is abundant this time of the year. I don't know what I'm looking forward to. More number one, the Saints losing a bunch, or two, us winning more than 10 games. April is a steep one. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. You gotta love Coach Tyler Russell. He's always that voice of reason. And then Giving Game Sports Talk, he says, if Arthur Smith opened his playbook up this year and add more passing, I guarantee the offense will be unstoppable. Defense should be top 10. Woo! Woo! Man, boy, that's a look, that's a lot of talking. But look, I do appreciate that. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. I had to put a little extra stank on it because it was $10. So I'm gonna have to look at y'all. I would normally put the comments up here, but for some reason, StreamYard is not letting us be great. So I'll have to look at. I'm gonna have to go impromptu. My mom said, "Big Low, you doing your dance like Chris Brown, cousin Fish Brown. Like what?" Oh, I'm sorry. I can look at mine, or you can. Coach ATLG at Facebook said, Coach Low, can we just get Ben Jones? Who? I would love to get Ben Jones. I feel like As a matter of fact, somebody mentioned they was like, "Hey, I'm still worried about that center position." Look, one thing that we do have to realize is that some of these guys we do have to let actually develop, right? Just because we have money to get, pretty much whoever we want, we still have to let some of these guys develop. That's how you keep money. So if it's one of those cases where if you have a Drew Dahlman and Coach Arthur Smith, who is an offensive line coach, if he sees that, Drew Dahlman can progress, why not try to see if we could develop him? Why not? I mean, that seems like that would be the best way to go. But, once again, kind of like the Desmond Ritter situation, if he continues to not be able to show up for us, then yeah, it might be time to move on. Coach K came in. He said, "Hey man, that D line looking nasty." Yes, the D line is looking seriously serious. Oh man, Carl Johnson in here. He said, "Stop the unstoppable talk with a bad quarterback." Well, that's the thing, Carl. Like we don't know if he's bad or not, right? Think about it like this, Carl. I don't know what profession you're in, but you know you go to work 4 days and you don't do bad. You're not bad enough to get fired. Then the weekend comes. Is it one of those situations where how would you feel if people say, "Yeah, you don't even need to bring him back. He's terrible." Like, no, you need another chance to show if you're actually a good employee. So, like, yeah, like let's see what kind of quarterback he is. You know, Arthur Smith, he did open up his playbook towards the end of the season. And I think we can all agree. I think it's a consensus whenever we say, "Hey, he's better than Marcus Mariota was." Wow, that's actually pretty cool. I see here in the chat that was the first Superman chat that we ever got from Giving Game Sports Talk. So appreciate that, Giving Game. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support, bro. Much love to you. But yeah, it's one of those situations. So what we're gonna do is whenever they release the schedule, or they do that schedule release, um, I think it's gonna be one of those cases where of course, we got to talk about the schedule and the succession that the games happen and everything, and then we legit need to. It's everybody one of everybody's favorite parts of the year when everybody kind of tries to guess what the final record's gonna be. I was one game off last year. I said 8-9 last year, so I'm eager to see where we're gonna be at this year. Whenever um, they release the schedule and we see where the bye week is. That's where everybody looks at. It doesn't matter if you're college, pro, high school. First thing you look at is when's the bye, because I know when it comes, I'm gonna want to break. And I don't want it to come too early, not want it to come too late. Mantown Dirty said, Coach Ron, he said, Big Low, is that 80s leather on your phone case too? Yeah, you talking about your phone case. Coach Ron had that 80s leather on the phone case. Nah, that's not. This is my phone right here, Coach. You see, it look 2023. Coach, Coach Rody. Ooh, what that's that, Coach Rody. That's that old. That's that old folks phone case. That phone case, Grandma give you 2 quarters in, so you can get some chewing gum. Mama Mall says the Saints will look at the Falcons like fresh meat. I seize it and I won't. Bo, your Saints are done. Saints are it's over. It's over. So for anybody, if anybody had a chance to watch the NFC South Roundtable, if you didn't get a chance to see it, make sure that you do. We did it, I think, a couple weeks ago, Coach Ron. So yeah, it's on the channel. Make sure that you check out the NFC South Roundtable. Big game. I'm sorry, yeah, Big Game James from Tampa Bay. He didn't get a chance to make it, but Big Q from the Sports Coma, Great State Think Tank. Shouts out to my big brother Big Q. And then you had Rashard and Dave from Panthers Nation Podcast. They were on there. And every time we get together, we always talk about, what's the order going to be, right? And for everyone in here who, I don't know if y'all had the chance to see it or not, but I said the Falcons number 1. I put the Panthers number 2. I put Tampa Bay number 3. I put Tampa Bay. I put the Saints last. The last time Dennis Allen and Derek Carr were together, it wasn't a beautiful thing. So I don't know why they're thinking that, this remix is going to be better. A remix of Boo Boo is just remix Boo Boo. Like ain't nothing changed. It's the same thing. It still stank, Oh man. My boss said the Saints go through hard times and win. Man, come on, Molly Mom. Come on. You don't believe yourself saying that. Francisco says Desmond Ritter is Hemi. I like to give him, y'all know I like to give my guys nicknames, right? And I've seriously considered it, Coach Ronan, and I think I have the name for the kid. I got the name for the young Thundercat. Desmond Winter. That's his name.
Winner?
Desmond Winter. What you think?
Corny.
Corny?
Yeah.
What? Why you saying corny?
I don't know. It just sounds kind of corny.
Desmond Winter. That's that. Well, I'm finna ask the chat. What they think. If you like Desmond Winter, and don't spare my feelings. Everybody except for Molly Mall. If you like Desmond Winter, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't like Desmond Winter, I need to think of something else. Put a 2 in the chat. Please. If you don't like it, be honest with me. But I'm feeling Desmond Winter. So if you like Desmond Winter, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't like it, put a 2 in the chat. Why you have that twice? Disclaimer, I'm going to say it anyway. It's going to grow on you. Rockman, Brandon Tucker, they said they like it. Giving game, Rock Boys for life. Rock Boys in the building tonight. Look how I'm chilling. I'm killing this ice. Said he don't like it. Coach K said he like it. Tony Wright says, hey, Molly Mall, Davenport is a Viking, so you lost him too. Yeah, it's hard times. Coach Rona, she's in here hating. She said 2. RJ, he said he like it. JJ the Great says 2. I'm gonna keep it. I want to talk about JJ. Keep it real with me. You don't gotta fake the phone. He said I'm gonna keep it real. Right, boys. He put 2. He put 2 in here again, Coach. Like, like he put 2 in here again. Much love to you, Rock Boys for life. Ben Quavy said 2. He don't like it. Uncle Steve, he said 2.
Throw it up.
Y'all like the Desmond Winter? Man, y'all tripping. Brian People said 2. No, sir. Dang, go. Jason Boston said 1. He said he like it. Edward Mitchell, Jeremy the Priest said 2. Pineapples, they don't like it. Captain Omega says 1. Desmond Winter is better than the Splash Brothers. For real. I mean, yeah, that's true. Splash. Yeah, that's true. Jay Murphy said he don't like it. Miller says Hemi kind of better, Coach Low. DA said he likes it. ATLGF, he just put 7. Said good luck. Brian Little said what he like it. Jason Boston says 1. It's just too easy. Rock Boy says the Riddler. Star Falcon says 2. Don't force it. Tony Wright says 2. I like and Ritter we trust. That has a better ring to it. Okay. So people saying the Riddler. Coach Ronnie got scissors in here. Like what?
I'm cutting it. I'm cutting
you
I'm cutting that name.
Dwayne P said I got one, Coach Desmond Mitter. Wait, wow.
Oh my God.
That Flash says, what happened to the Riddler? Riddler didn't really catch on. Like, maybe I just wasn't saying it enough.
You did Terry F. Baby.
I did do Terry F. Baby.
Catching on.
Yeah, terrier babies catching
Make
on.
sure you credit Big Low Kuntry. See if people using it. So maybe you need to just keep doing the Riddler.
Yeah, we can stick with the Riddler. I don't know, but it just feel like it's just too. It was too easy. The Riddler.
Oh, but Desmond Winner
Desmond Winner.
was complicated.
It's like Johnny Football, you know. It's like, oh, he's Johnny Football.
Oh my god.
Like, no, this dude right here, he's Desmond Winner.
Oh my god.
No,
It's not
I'm pushing it.
It's not working.
It's not working. Man, it's like some contract career. Not, yeah.
It's like what?
Look, it's one of those things. Yeah, so I guess we're going with the Riddler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, the Riddler. That's just too easy. Desmond Winner.
Stop. The chat is spoken. The chat is spoken.
Justin Switch says one. I love it. You know. Jeremy the Priest said, "Look, you did get Terry a baby though." He's oh man. Jay Knight said, how you feel about the defense so far? Man, I'm loving it. Bo. It's this defense really took another step, man. It's gonna be completely transformed. Ty Terry said, he's like, I don't know, cause it's like it's 50-50.
It is not 50-50. It's not close to 50-50.
Baby, there's a lot of people say they like it.
Move on.
The way people said, Coach, let it go. He said,
thank you.
talking about, can some of us call him Lamar? Uncle Steve wasn't even let it go.
Yes, he needs to let it go.
Oh man. You know, Uncle Steve, you know, he be sitting in the lounge, or sometimes he's sitting on the mail truck. I can just see him on there, tears in his eyes. Like, looking back over the years, I guess I shed some tears. I guess I need to let it go. Lamar Jackson ain't coming here no more. Let it go. Oh man, y'all look crazy. Carl Johnson, I'm with Uncle Steve.
Now you're just stirring up all your terrible nickname. Now people going back.
Was it really terrible though?
Awful nickname. Now people are back to Lamar.
Desmond Winner. All right, so okay, so Johnny Football.
That was also awful.
Well, it stuck.
People said it, sure.
That was a great nickname. Johnny Football.
What does that got to do with Desmond Winner?
It sounded so good.
No.
That sounded so good. It sounded so good.
It actually didn't sound. It came on. It flowed off.
It flowed, didn't it?
It flowed.
Let it flow. Let it flow. Well, look. I tell you what, y'all. I think what we should do. You know, I think whenever we convene, all of y'all go on about your lives and just say Desmond Winner, you know, to your colleagues, friends, and family. And then the next time we get together, we'll be like, okay, yeah, that worked. Or no, that did work. Because this Coach Ron admit it sounded pretty good. Say it one more time, Coach Ron.
When I said it naturally, it sounded okay.
Yeah, it sounded good.
It did flow off the tongue.
It flowed, right? It flowed. See, sometimes whenever you do genius things, what?
Go ahead. No,
Sometimes whenever you do genius things, it's like it don't sound good to everybody at the beginning. And guess what? It's 11-11. I'm making a wish. Desmond Winner. I'm making a wish, Coach Roy. It's 11-11. Desmond Winner. Book it. Stamp.
Are you like supposed to take an eyelash and blow it or something?
That's how something Drake would do.
Desmond Winner would do.
Oh man. Carl Johnson says Desmond got a ring to it though. Yeah, it got a ring to it. It got a ring to it. Jermaine Johnson said Desmond hit her. Now we don't want him hitting nobody. Tackler says really going through a touchdown to Mac Barefoot Hollins. So we just put barefoot in the middle of his name. That's what we doing. Mac Barefoot Hollins. Oh man, Carl Johnson says Desmond Winter does sound better. And TLG Faithful says Desmond Winter is growing on me.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay. It just showed up on my computer. Okay. Desmond Winter is growing. And look, Coach Roddy, it's growing.
Oh my God.
Maybe we should take this to Twitter.
Yes. Put it on Twitter. Put it up on Twitter.
Okay. So I'll take this to Twitter and see what everybody's thinking. Uncle Steve says, I'm literally in my United States Postal Service break room, and the guys around me listening and giving thumbs down and said they aren't delivering your mail tomorrow. What in the world? What happened to rain, sleet, or snow, guys? Y'all can't do me like that. Don't do me like that now. Man, see, hey, look, listen, y'all don't listen to Uncle Steve just because he wanted more solos and he didn't get them. Y'all can't listen to Uncle Steve now.
That's right, Big Low. You're the voice.
I'm the voice.
You're the voice of Southern Silk.
I'm the voice of Southern Silk. That's all I'm saying. Everybody know it. Everybody know it.
Let's hear it. Give him a little bit.
What you want? What you want?
Just give him a little something.
What you want?
Instead of no.
What you want? Tell me what you want. Tell what you want. No, I be singing, but I just ask a question. I say to you.
You know how that Silk song starts? Has that breakdown? It's like, ooh. Get a little bit of that. One more time. There you go.
Southern Silk. The sound of Southern Silk right there. Man, boy. I hope Desmond Winter is watching this somewhere, and I'm hoping that a smile came to his face. What?
Nothing. It did blow off your chest. Very smoothly, though.
It was smooth. It was almost smooth as Southern Silk.
Okay.
Oh man. Jay says, Coach, what team you think gets Lamar? Is it going to be you know what? I honestly have no idea. I think it'll probably be the Baltimore Ravens at the end of the day. Big Quavers just call me Lotus Redding, Coach Rose. Oh man, that's right, Coach. I'll be singing it to him. JJ the Great says Desi Nice. Desmond Winter. I really like it. I really like it. Look, guys that's in the break room with Uncle Steve, don't let Uncle Steve influence you. I know, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know Uncle Steve, y'all don't know me, but you can't let Uncle Steve influence you. He's just upset with me because we got this group called Southern Silk and he wants more parts. And he just ain't been getting them. We listen to the people. Jason says Ryan Nelson gonna be our beer drinking rock star type coach. I hope so. You gotta have one on every coaching staff. You know, that was me on our coaching staff. I used to, you know, be a little bit of a loose cannon back in the day. Little bit of a loose cannon, Bo. Brian People says, Coach R&B name is Choir Boy Low. Choir Boy Low? What in the world? Oh, man. Y'all are crazy. Tay Rush says, just let be your background singer. I told him that's what he could do, but he got offended for some reason. For some reason, he felt like, you know, that wasn't good enough for him. I said, hey, I mean, what you want me to do, What you want me to do? Oh man, look, fellas, ladies, and everybody else. I appreciate every one of y'all coming on and chopping it up with us. Much love to you. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Um, Look, moving forward, we're going in a different direction. The Atlanta Falcons are. This isn't going to be, your old Atlanta Falcons team. This team is going to, kind of try to take things to the next level. Now, look, if you're watching this show after we've gone live already and you actually sit through this, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family and also subscribe. Now, look, we're gonna be getting together, um, and we're gonna be putting up some content. Like I said, I got my quarterback shirt on because I was just doing some drills and working out, and we're still on the mend, trying to come back from that horrific hamstring injury. But moving forward, we'll definitely be on the mend and everything. But I need y'all to stay safe. Please don't do anything that I would do. If you want to see the everything happen on Twitter, as we talk about the whole Desmond Winter situation, make sure that you follow us at Big Low Kuntry. That's at Big Low Kuntry.
I put the video link in the description.
Okay, for the Calais Campbell.
Yeah, for the Calais Campbell.
The Coach Ronan, she put the Calais Campbell video in the description. Make sure that you let my homeboy Huddle It Up Films know that Big Low sent you. And Coach Ronan put it in the chat. So y'all make sure that y'all check out that Calais Campbell video that Huddle It Up Films did. Yeah, and make sure that you put in the comments that Big Low Kuntry sent you to come watch this video. Cause look, I'm watching it and I'm slobbering at the mouth at what Calais Campbell could bring to this defense. So make sure that y'all let them know that y'all appreciate it, and feel free to subscribe to it. It's Huddle It Up Films. But make sure that y'all go look at it. That's your homework for this week. We're going to be looking at some of these players that are going to be coming in. We haven't had this opportunity in the past to look at some of these players that we get. So yeah, make sure that y'all go check it out. And whenever we get back together, y'all kind of let me know what y'all got. Look, I need y'all to stay safe. Please don't do anything that I would do. And make sure that you go over there and check that video out, man. Y'all take it easy. What in the world, Bo?